Okay, so welcome to virtual drum and bass lesson. This will be for Jack and Amelia. So today, just to get us started, first things first, let's tune up our basses. So I've already tuned mine, so I'm ready to roll. If you guys need to pause it, make sure you're tuned up. That's really important. We don't want to be learning things out of tune. It's going to throw off our ears, and then, that doesn't work for us. So if you need to pause it, if you guys need a tuner, because I'll usually provide you with a Snark or my phone or whatever, there's apps, or you can always Google guitar or bass tuner. Again, feel free to pause this and look up a tuner. Make sure you get your instrument right, and once you're ready to roll, then let's keep on going and let's move on. What I want to do today, just to start off, is just want to go over that outro for My Name is Jonas real quick. Now, we've gotten a lot better at this in the last week, but I just want to make sure we can get that transition right. So, to recap our notes, we've got E flat, that's our 6th fret on our A string, and then an E natural, 7th fret on our A string, and then F sharp, which will be the 9th fret on our A string. So those are all our notes for this one. Our rhythm, let's clap that together. I think you guys should know this one pretty well, and we've gone over it a couple times, but I just want to make sure we come back and we're really able to blow right through this one really easily. So let's clap it together. I'm going to do it if you guys want to clap along. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ba 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 ba. All right. So that second bar is a little bit shorter. We cut off. Well, now let's play it together. Let's add our notes and our rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ba, 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 ba. Cool. So that should be pretty simple for us. Let's do it now coming out of the chorus, because we're going to be coming out of that last chorus there. So I'm going to play the chorus twice, 2 times on the chorus, and then we're going to go right into our outro. So our chorus, again, just to go over it, B, A flat, G flat, F sharp. So I'll do that twice, and then we'll go right into our outro if you guys want to play along with me. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 2. Here's our outro. Cool. So practice that this week. Keep working on that. Play along with the song. Jack, I know you got the lyrics pretty down, but continue to make sure that you have those memorized, and let's get the muscle memory really working for that one, because I think this is the one we've been playing for the longest now. So this one we should be able to come back and really nail it. And that outro has been the only little thing that's been tripping us up just a little bit. So I think if we come back and we have that nailed, if you guys are practicing, and you can do it super fast or you can do it super slow. Start slow, of course, make sure you're getting the notes right, and then build up to the tempo that you can hear in the original. All right, so I think we've got that down. Let's move on to, so for this one, I'm just going to kind of recap some stuff. It's been a minute, crazy, weird week for everybody. So let's kind of get back in the swing of the stuff that we already know, and then probably in the next video, we can start learning wood. We can start maybe diving into a little bit of Don't Stop Me Now. For this, I think we'll probably be going over a lot of like charting type stuff. So we've already done that in class a little bit, going over sections. We've used words like verse and chorus and stuff like that, and you guys have gotten pretty good at pinpointing the sections of the song and how many times and the form of the song. Well, what we want to kind of eventually get to is a place where we have a chart. So that leads me into our next point, where I want to go over cut my lips. So this is kind of what you'll see typically with a chart. I've got just the 4-bar phrase here. So we already know this. We've got the lick down pretty good. just so you guys are aware, the chord changes that our guitars and our keyboards are playing. We have F sharp, F sharp, E major, and B major. And you'll notice I have a little dash next to this F sharp. That is typically how I'll refer to minor chords. So in the future, if you see a little dash and maybe I don't go over it, rack your brain a little bit and remember, oh right, that means minor chords. I'll go over that continuously as we're starting to use charts more and more. But then again, same type of situation with the E and the B. I have a little MAJ that stands for major. So we've got F sharp minor, E major, and then B for 2 measures. Right, so that's a little chart. Your lick on bass is a little bit different. It doesn't follow these chords exactly, although the riff that you're playing does function underneath these chords, and they all change. So everything does work in tandem. Here's just a little bit more note involved. So let's go over that real quick. I think we know it already. We've gone over it, but just to cover it. So we've got F sharp. So we're in the key of F sharp minor. A, F sharp, and E. So that's like the first half of our lick. So that one all together. So then we go to B, right? So the first half of our lick, I'm going to play it along and then I'm going to keep rolling here. So we've got F sharp, A, F sharp, E, rest, B, rest. Right? So Jack, we've been playing this a little bit different from how I'm playing it right now. We've been sliding up, right? So there's a couple ways you could play this one. I would say do whatever is easiest for you. So Amelia, I believe you've been playing it with the open note. That's kind of how I like to play it. There's less movement, but it's a little bit harder to get that bend because the A string is a little bit thinner than our E string. So sometimes it's in like an aesthetic choice. If you want to play this B or this B, I was actually in the studio last weekend and had to adjust some playing because the engineer said to me, hey, you know, play that A, instead of playing an open A, play that low A, because the string physically is thicker, so it comes through, it resonates. So at some point that becomes kind of an artistic choice, and that's, you know, sort of the fun of getting to play this instrument. But I'm gonna play it both ways. I'll show you. The first one, I'll play it in the first position, so where I'm not really sliding up. So that little extra riff. So then we're gonna land on B, and then I go up to a D flat or a C sharp. I'm going to refer to that as a C sharp because we are in F sharp minor. So typically, if your key is in a sharp, then just refer to sharp notes or flat. Instead of referring to them as flat notes, you'll use whatever key you're in. So F sharp, let's do C sharp. So we've got then B. There's a little A jump there. So I'm going to do an open A. Then C sharp, B, A, and then we're back to the top. Then we land on our F sharp. So all together, we're going to have one. Let's do it together, too. Play along with me on this one. 1, 2, ready, go. So. So that's our first way of playing it. We do have another way we could play it though. That gives us a little bit more room to bend that. It's a little harder to get that to that bend on the second string. So let's try it with our second position. So now we're going to slide up to this A, because that's the same as our open A, our 5th fret on our E string. So we got to slide up there. So So I just made that error, so it's likely you'll probably make it too. So we got to slide up to that F sharp, make sure we get high there. So get it closer so we can see. All right. Then B. So the difference between this one, so we're bending on that B. Instead of going up to C sharp like I did in the first one. So one is a little bit more bluesy. I mean, that's up to you, whichever one you want to play. This one is a little bit more tricky because we're sliding. We're kind of sliding around, moving around the neck a little bit more. So work on both of those this week. Let's do it one time, a couple times around together. I'm going to count us in. So 1, 2, ready, go. Cool. So work on that this week. Continue to work on the stuff that we already know. And I think next class we'll be pretty much ready to start some new stuff. One thing I just want to say before we go, make sure we're really trying to keep up with this, because I think all of us will be able to. We definitely have some time. And once we come back, it'll be really great if we can hit the ground running, having learned all this stuff, and we'll be able to just play them all, and it's going to sound great. So keep practicing, work on those 2 tunes this week, and we'll get into some new stuff next time. All right, see you next.